Then one of the 12, who was called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said, "What will you give me if I deliver him to you?" And they paid him 30 pieces of silver. And from that moment he sought an opportunity to betray him. Now on the first day of unleavened bread the disciples came to Jesus, saying, "Where will you have us prepare for you to eat the Passover?" He said, "Go into the city to a certain one, and say to him, 'The teacher says, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at your house with my disciples.'" And the disciples did as Jesus had directed them, and they prepared the Passover. When it was evening, he sat at table with the 12 disciples. And as they were eating, he said, "Truly, I say to you, one of you will betray me." And they were very sorrowful, and began to say to him one after another, "Is it I, Lord?" He answered, "He who has dipped his hand in the dish with me will betray me. The Son of Man goes as it is written of him. But woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been better for that man if he had not been born." Judas, who betrayed him, said, "Is it I, Master?" He said to him, "You have said so." The yearning for money can make us betray the Lord. In Matthew, chapter 26, verse 14 to 16, Judas sells Jesus for money, showing his greed outweighed his faith as a disciple. This highlights how the pursuit of wealth can shape our decisions. Many saints teach that holiness begins by cleansing our hearts of misplaced desires, especially attachment to money. Owning possessions isn't wrong when they serve God's purpose, but always wanting more can obscure His will and prevent us from living for His glory. After betraying Jesus, Judas felt remorse and tried to return the money, admitting his sin. However, Jesus' fate was sealed, and Judas ended his life in despair. Realizing the silver was worthless compared to his soul, he missed the chance to repent and seek God's mercy. Today, during Holy Week, let Judas' actions teach you a lesson. Reflect on what you prioritize over the Lord. Identify the temptations that lead you to empty choices. Strive to remove any disordered desires and choose to follow God's will. Let Jesus and His holy purpose be the focus of your life, avoiding deceit that leads to spiritual emptiness.